the top of our mat tonight, using that thick blanket or thick towel to sit on, be nice and comfortable, kind of help us roll those hips forward. Welcome everyone. You know, it's Deb, and I've met most of you before, so welcome back to your gentle flow and stretch. It does sound like everybody needs a little bit of that tonight, so it's a good thing. So we'll be going about 30 minutes, kind of flowy stuff, keep things moving, a little bit of stretch work, nothing too strained or strenuous, so all good. As always, just a reminder, please work within your capabilities. Yoga is a practice and you are all progressing amazingly, but still remember to work within your capabilities and your comfort zone. No pain, should not be any pain. If you need to take a break, be responsible and take it. Come down to your mat, come to a child's pose, return to that breath, and then join us back in the practice when you are ready. Remember, this is your yoga, your practice, so you do you. So with that, going to sit nice and evenly, kind of wiggle around, get your sit bones nice and even there. Think about stacking your hips, your chest, your shoulders, your head into that beautiful posture position that helps to open up the chest so we can breathe, which we're going to do. Just really think about that conscious inhale all the way in from your lower belly, inhaling deep, bring it up, fill up that upper lung part, and then let it go. See if you can do it to like the count of 3 or something. So inhale, 2, 3, maybe hold it at the top, and then exhale, 2, 3. We're going to do one more of those. Inhale, 2, 3, and then exhale, 2, 3. If your eyes are closed, you can open them. Let's inhale, stretch it all the way up, and then exhale. Push it up. Get rid of anything that you don't need in this class. Inhale up. All we need is your energy and your breath. Exhale, push. We'll do that one more time. Inhale up. Exhale, drop that right hand down. Let's do a little bend over to the right, kind of stretching out those intercostals, those side muscles that can get super tight when you're gardening or sitting at a desk. Inhale that up to center. Let's exhale the other way. Bit of a lean to the left. Just kind of working things out, getting some flow. Let's do that one more time. Each side. Inhale up. Drop that right hand down. Let's lean over to the right. You can look up at your hand if you want, straight ahead, whatever works for you and your neck. Inhale back to center. Exhale down. Think about rolling that upper shoulder back. So you're opening up those upper pec muscles, the upper chest. Inhale up. Take that left hand to right knee into a nice little twist. Nothing hard or strenuous yet. Just really moving that lower back. It's probably super tight. Inhale around to center. Other way. One more time, each side. Inhale to the right, little twist. Bring that back shoulder down out of your ear so you get a good stretch there. Inhale, roll the way around, over to the left, twisting to the left. Feels so good. And then let's come back to center. Let's swing our legs around and come up into a tabletop position. If your knees are a little bit sensitive, just use your bolster. Place it on your mat underneath your knees to give them a bit more support, so they can feel some of the love. So nice cat-cow position, knees, hips, all aligned, feet straight back. If you look through your legs, you shouldn't be able to see those toes. Your wrists, your elbows, your shoulders, all nice and light. Bring that belly in, nice flat back. Let's think about going into that cat position by starting to drop that lumbar spine down. Inhale, bring your chest up, reach it up. Exhale, curl your chin. Push that thoracic spine away from the floor, big curl. And as you continue that curl, let's just go back into a child's pose here. Inhale. As you exhale, bring that back up. And then continue forward, dropping down your hips down over your hands. Into a bit of a forward stretch, a bit of a hip flexor stretch. That's inhale. Let's do that again. Come back to tabletop on the inhale. Cat stretch, big deep cat stretch across those shoulders.
Drop those hips back in child's pose. Nice stretch there. And inhale it all the way back up. Keep going forward on that. Drop those hips. Chin up. Inhale back to neutral. Let's exhale. Tuck those toes. Push yourself up into your first downward dog. I need to take your bolster away. Let's be good and gentle here. Walk that dog out. Keep your knees deeply bent. Drop your head between your shoulders. Good stretching. Stretch those calves out. Stretch those shoulders out, but dropping that head down. One more breath. Then when you come into stillness, hips high up, let's bend those knees a little bit, and then see if you can stretch your hamstrings a little bit more there. So a bit of a different feel. Come high up on your tippy toes. Give those a nice gorgeous stretch there. Drop them down. Let's do that one more time. Bend your knees. Think about pushing your bottom up to the air, stretching out the back of those legs, the back of those hamstrings. Up onto your tippy toes. Inhale. And then drop back down into your down dog. Let inhale, look ahead of our hands. Walk, step, or jump to the top of your mat into that deep forward fold. Let it go. Bend those knees deeply. Let it all go. Actually, let's take our hands behind our thighs and kind of give yourself a big hug. Pull your chest right in to your knees to kind of really increase that big stretch across the thighs and lower back. Let your head go. Let your shoulders go. Just really relax it out. On the next inhale, let your hands go. Come on up to flat back. Exhale, forward fold. Just going to get a little bit of flow here happening. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, fold. Inhale, let's bring that all the way up to the top. Hands down through heart center. Excellent work, ladies. Good stuff. So let's check in with our mountain pose here, as we always do, that strong power pose of posture. Lift your toes, spread your toes, drop your toes. Let's feel that energy coming up from the earth. Posture, good posture. Bottom tucked under, belly in, chin up, head aligned, chin tucked down. Let's inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Bring it all the way down. Nice roll there. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back, drop those knees. It's early, let's not push it here. Exhale all the way down to your belly. Inhale into baby cobra. Think about pushing a marble away from you, so you really lift your chest. Exhale, curl your toes. Give yourself a big push-up up, hips up and back into down dog. Walk that out again. Bend those knees, look ahead of your hands, step your feet up to the top of the mat, deep forward fold. Inhale to flat back, exhale to fold. Let's inhale, let's bring that all the way up, bring that energy, bring that love and life to your feet. Exhale, hands down to the right center. Let's do that one more time, check in with your posture, make sure you're tall and straight. Inhale up. Just a bit of flow, getting that body moving, getting some of those things that may have been still all day. Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant your hands. Step back to plank. Drop your knees all the way down to the belly. This time, I'm just going to turn this way for a bit. This time, let's bring your hands ahead of your shoulders, maybe off the top of your mat. I want you to tip your nose under. Think about pushing a marble along the floor. And then coming up into that cupcake up. Good stretch for that upper shoulders. Inhale there. Then drop that right shoulder to the floor and look out over your left fingers. Inhale to center. Let's do it the other way. Drop into that left shoulder. Look out over the right fingers.
Nice little stretch there. Come back to center. Plant your hands beside your shoulders. Tuck your toes under. Push yourself up into that downward dog. Let's pedal that out. Remember, if you need to take a break, come down to child's pose. Just join us back in down dog when you're ready. Bend those knees, look ahead of the hands. Step up to the top of the mat in that deep forward fold. Back should be loosening up now. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, let's bring that all the way up. Bring that energy with you. Exhale, hands down through heart center. There we go. Let's check it in. We're going to switch it up now. Going to a bit of a warrior series. So bring your hands to your hips. Let's check in with our posture. Let's check in with our breath. Make sure our mind is connected to the body. We're going to inhale, bring that right foot up and step it back. So it's at 90 degrees, coming down into a warrior two. So you might need to wiggle your legs a bit to kind of get that right position. Bend your right knee down so it's aligned over that right ankle. But sinking the body down. Your weight should be on the outside blade of that right foot. Might need to straighten that out. Your pelvis should be towards the long side of your mat. Good core engagement here. Inhale your arms up. Look out over those left fingers, sorry, that way. Left fingers. Inhale there. Another breath. And next inhale, let's drop that left arm to that left thigh. No weight on it. Just let it rest there. Bring your right arm up over your head into that little bit of a side bend. Feel a nice stretch all down that right side. Don't curl under into that. Think about keeping that opening up like you're almost lying back against the wall. Inhale up. Let's continue that inhale all the way back to reverse warrior. And as you exhale, let's come forward again into that side bend. One more time. Exhale. Let's bring it all the way up into that reverse warrior. Inhale back to warrior two. Check your stance. So you still that good posture, still good core engagement. Inhale your hands to your hips. Straighten out that left leg. Turn both feet so that they're facing alongside of your mat. We're going to inhale there. Bit of a back bend. And then as you exhale, let's roll that forward. Drop the chest to the ground. Lead with the chest. Hip hinge down. Let your hands come to the floor. Let your head go. Weight should be in the front of your feet, in the balls of your feet. Let everything go. Deep stretch for those hamstrings that get really tight. On the next inhale, let's walk our fingers over to our left knee, Bend into that left knee. Come around so you can straighten up those right toes and come up into that little bit of a side lunge here. Inhale. Exhale. And as you inhale, push into those hands. You're going to walk them up and all the way over. Right knee bend, left toes up into a lunge the other way. Really working out, stretching out all those leg muscles. Do that one more time, each side. Walk all the way over, drop that leg. Inhale, last time, up and over. Drop into the right leg, left toes up. Great work. Such a good stretch. Inhale back to center, both legs straight. Weight again on your toes. One more bend down. Inhale, micro bend those knees, hands to your hips. Roll all the way up to standing. Let's drop into a warrior two, left side. So right toes at the bottom of your mat. Turn them to the right, to the long side of the mat. Let's drop into that right leg. Check that knee alignment and make sure your knee is pointing over those third toes, okay, not falling in. Might have to wiggle your legs around. Inhale your arms up, not up to your ears, just shoulder height. Look out over those right fingers. Settle down into that for a moment. Exhale, right arm to right leg. Bring that left arm up and over to that extended side bend. Beautiful body stretch. Again, don't dump into it. Keep it up. Exhale, reverse warrior. Inhale, side bend. A little bit of a flow here, a little bit of vinyasa. Exhale, reverse warrior. Flow is so good because keeping the body moving in all those different positions. Come back to warrior two. Inhale, straighten that right leg. Turn the toes again to the wrong side of the mat. Hands out straight. We're going to bend at the waist. Bring your right hand to your left ankle, outside of your left ankle, into a bit of a twist here. Breathe. Bring that right arm up. We're going to go the other way. Left hand to the outside of the right ankle. Bring both hands down to the floor in front of you. Micro bend those knees a little bit. And bring your hands to your hips and let's roll all the way up. Turn your left toes to the front of the mat, to the right toes to the front of the mat. Let's power off that back foot. Come on up to standing at the top of your mat again. Check in with that posture. Have you lost that as we've gone through? Make sure you reconnect with that grounding. Reconnect with your strong foot work, all four corners down. Inhale to prepare. Exhale, hands back to heart center. We're going to take a lunge back with that right leg. So inhale, make that right leg light. Step it all the way back on your mat. Drop it down, uncurl those toes. You bring it out a little bit further so you're kind of lying into it. You can get a good hip flexor stretch here. So a nice runner stretch. Inhale. Inhale that right arm up and lean over to the left. So a bit of balance challenge. It also increases that stretch in both the hip flexor and inside. Sit right there. Bring your hands down to the mat to frame that right foot. Let's sit back and give ourselves that hamstring stretch. Toes up, sit those hips back. Let's inhale forward. Again into that runner stretch, chest up. And exhale, let's bring it back. So a little more flowy, a little bit more motion here. Come on back to center. Bring your hands right beside that left foot. Tuck your toes under, lift your right leg. Give yourself a good big power push to the front of the mat. Deep forward fold. Breathe. Inhale to flat back. Exhale to fold. Inhale, let's bring that all the way up. Bring that energy with you. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Do that on the other side. Hands to your hips. Prepare. Good balance. Good drishti point. Let's make that left leg light. Step it all the way back on your mat. But you have your balance. Don't just step it back and flop down. Get your balance first. Then drop that knee. Uncurl those toes. Stretch it out so you can get into that runner's lunge. Just stretch out that hip flexor on the left. Good balance, good focus. Inhale that left arm up and over. A little bit of bend. Really just increasing that stretch on that hip flexor. So good. Excellent. Let's bring it down. Let's plant our hands beside our right foot. Let's bring that right leg back into that hamstring stretch. Toes up. Sit back into that hip. Let your chest fall. Just let that gravity work to increase that stretch. Let your chin go. Don't keep your chin up. Let it go. Inhale that forward. Back into that runner's lunge. Exhale it back. Inhale forward. Plant your hands. Curl your toes. Push up off that leg. Give yourself a little boost. Come stand. Forward fold. Inhale, let's bring that all the way up. And exhale, hands down through heart center. Great work. Let's continue on here. Inhale up. Exhale, forward fold. Let it rain down. Just let that back curl.
Inhale to flat back. Exhale, plant your hands, step back to high plank or low plank, your choice. Remember, weight over your hands, not back on your toes as you come down through chaturanga. Inhale into your up dog. Exhale, let's drop those knees, sit back into a child's position. Legs wide or close together, your choice. Really think about pushing those hips down so you get that beautiful stretch. Arms up in front of you. Stretch it out. Going to inhale, sit up here. Leave our left hand, kind of bring it to a bit of the middle. We're going to do a bit of a needle pose here. So your left hand in the middle, take your right hand, feed it under. So your right shoulder's on the floor, your right temple's on the floor. And you're getting a stretch across the back of that scapular region of your upper shoulders. Keep sitting back in child's pose to do this. Breathing into that space. It's really good if you've been using the lawnmower all day. It's a nice stretch. Push into that left hand. Bring yourself up. We're going to switch arms. So this time your right arm out long. Bring your left arm underneath. Roll down onto that left shoulder, that left temple. Stretch out that scapula on the left side. One more breath here. Push into that right hand. Come back up at a child's pose. Let's sit down on our left hip, left to right. Swing your legs around to the front. We're going to do cattail. I think we've done this one before. So you can put a bolster or your blanket underneath your hip. We're just going to be on our hip for a little bit. Come down onto your right side here. Maybe come all the way down so you're like lounging on the beach. Maybe you want the pillow underneath your head. We're going to take our left leg, our top leg, and bring it out to 90 degrees in front of your body and just let it rest there on the floor. Bring your right leg, which is underneath, grab it with your toes behind you. So this isn't called a cattail. So what we're trying to do here is really stretch up that other quad with our quad stretched behind us and our left leg out in front. Not sure if you can see me, but that's kind of hopefully the cues got you into that position. So it's a deep quad stretch. Sometimes when our lower backs are really sore, we think it's, it's the lower back. It's actually our quads and our hip flexors that are super tight. So maybe some of these stretches will help release that tightness in that lower back. Breathe there into that. One more breath. Oh, this feels so good. Quad's such a big muscle, it can use a big stretch. One more breath there. Okay, let's just let that go. Give it a minute to relax. Bring your legs around so you can either just flip over to the other side. I'm going to actually swing around so my back's not to you. So bring your left side down onto the mat. Support your head with your left hand. That right leg out from 90 degrees from your hips and just let it rest on the floor. Reach behind with your hand, grab your left toes and pull that in for that really deep glute stretch on the left. So cattail stretch, that's what this one's called. And roll your shoulder back. I was letting my shoulders scrunch forward, so think about pulling that back to get a nicer stretch that way. I know I can feel this one on my quads, really tight. Take 2 more breaths here, just kind of let that juiciness happen to those quads. Let them relax.
That next exhale, let's let that left foot go. Push yourself up to a seated position. Do one more stretch and then we'll do our Shavasana. Legs out in front like that. Let's bring the right leg up. You can just tuck it in here if you want to, or you can cross it over, whatever is in your practice. And you can certainly, if you'd like to sit on a bolster now, that's fine. Sit up nice and tall. Inhale that left arm up to the ear. Let's bring it across. Left arm to the outside of the right elbow. Right hand behind you. Twist around to the right. Think about, as you inhale, creating space, and as you exhale, use that space to twist. Make sure your back shoulder is down out of your ears. Don't scrunch it up. And yes, scrunch is a yoga word, just in case you were wondering. Breathe into that space. So as you inhale, create space. As you exhale, twist. One more good, deep, juicy breath. And then let's unwind. Bring it around to the left just for a minute for a little counter stretch the other way. Plant your hands and go over that left shoulder just a bit. Come on back to center and let's do that on the other side. Right leg out, left leg in. You can cross it over that right leg if you want, or you can leave it planted in front of you. Inhale that right arm up. Exhale, let's bring it down to the outside of that left knee. Left arm down behind you, out of your ear, shoulder out of your ear, sit up tall. Inhale to create space and exhale to twist. Keep breathing, try to breathe nice and deep in this position, even though we're all twisted. One more. Bring that around through center. Let's do a little counter stretch the other way. Just release that back. Come on back to center. Grab your bolster, your towel, your blanket, whatever you have. We're going to do just a little supported bridge here. Because I think you ladies have been super busy this afternoon. Gardening and working out. So take your bolster. We're going to put it underneath our sacrum, so that flat back of your spine, but allow those little dimples, which are your L5-S1, your lumbar sacral spine kind of joint space, be off of it. So this should go just about on that flat back. So roll down, bring your bolster underneath you, push up into the bridge or however you want to get into it. You can keep, once you're into that position, you'll feel it. You'll kind of feel like your lumbar spine is sinking down, but you're being supported on the sacral part of your spine, that flat part of your spine with your bolster. You can close your eyes or keep them open. You can keep your knees bent in this kind of supported bridge if you want a little bit more of a front body stretch and a hip flexor stretch, and it doesn't cause you any pain. You bring those legs out straight. This can be a little bit intense, so do it carefully. Feel any pinching in your lower back, come back out of that. Don't do that. Tuck your chin under. Let's just settle here just for a moment, some breaths in Shavasana. Just relaxing. It's probably the first time all day you guys have relaxed. Take some big, beautiful breaths. Nice deep breaths there. Enjoying this space. Not sure, maybe you can hear the water lapping outside. I can hear it. This feels so good, we just want to stay here. Take 4 more breaths, nice and slow at your own pace. Fill those lungs. Let that chest rise. And fall deeply. Last one. You can certainly stay like this if you'd like. If you want to come out, bring your knees back up to bridge. A little boost up. Move your bolster out of the way, and just for a second, let your back reconnect with the mat, reconnect with the earth, and feel that energy, feel that muscle engagement that just kind of relaxes out of this and how good that feels. And that's a restorative posture you can do at any time and for any length. It's so good. Let's roll ourselves over to our side. Push on up into a seated position, eyes closed at the top of our mat. Just want to leave you with this thought for today, that what you are looking for is not out there, but it's inside you. Have a glorious evening, everyone. Thank you so much for practicing with me. Namaste.